Hello, hey guys. Welcome to this new game I found. I found a new yandere game on itch.io. Um, welcome to Prescription Love. This was created by LivingSlime, and this is a demo, by the way. This isn't the full game, so this is a demo of the game. Also, the art looks really pretty. Like this art looks really good. Like, I'm assuming it's gonna look a lot, like, better when I just play this game. But yeah, there are some content warnings for this. First off, this is a 17 plus stream, so no minors. No minors for the stream. Nobody, under 17 should watch this. So another thing, there's also just a few warnings that the creator also listed. So there's depictions of death, screen shaking, and mild flashing imagery. So, yeah. What else is there? All I know is that we have amnesia apparently in this game, and we wake up to find our doctor, I guess, taking care of us. So. Yeah, not that much that I know about the premise, but that's good because this is the first time I'm playing this game anyway, so yeah.
Let's get started.
Nyeh. A sharp, blinding light pierces through my eyelids as I slowly open my eyes. My limbs feel heavy and unresponsive, as if the bed had become part of me. Oh, what? I squint trying to make sense of my surroundings, but everything is blur. This QSQL is a quick save. Okay. So save, settings, load, okay. This is the log, right? Yeah, it's the log. The sterile smell of disinfectant biting at my nose. The rhythmic beeping of machines fills the room like a metronome. I look around, disoriented. My vision slowly comes into focus. Is this like 3D? Like, this looks like this was built on like a 3D like program. I am lying in the bed covered in a crisp white sheets, and there's something strapped in my arm, an IV line. Well, what's this doing in my arm? As I come to, there's a deep throbbing ache in my head that feels like it's about to split my skull from the inside. Why am I? My thoughts are fragmented, disjointed like pieces of a puzzles scattered in every direction. My chest tightens as the realization hits me. I can't remember anything. What happened to me? Why can't I remember anything? I close my eyes hoping for some fragment of memory to return. Just think. Nothing. My breathing quickens, my hands clenching the sheets in fear. How can I not remember anything? Why is everything blank? Every effort to remember ends with nothing, just a void where my memory should be. I try to sit up, but a sharp pain shoots through my head, and I collapse back onto the pillow. My heart pounded in my ears, drowning out the faint beeping of the machines. I feel my anxiety threatening to swallow me whole when suddenly, a calm, steady voice cuts through the chaos swirling in my head. Hey, it's okay. His voice is gentle, but there's firmness to it, pulling me from the brink of panic. I slowly turn my head towards the source of the voice. Oh, hello. A tall man stands beside my bed. He's tall, but there's nothing intimidating about him. His hair looks a little messy. Not really. Like, sometimes when they describe characters to have, like, messy hair, like, I can't see it at all. Like, this is one of these cases. His hair does not look messy. I mean, maybe just, like, there's some of these two strands of his hair kind of, like, going outwards, but that doesn't clearly mean it's messy. Like, his hair does not look messy. It looks, like, straight. Like he's been here for a while. Take a deep breath. Has he been here the entire time? Do you know where you are? I shake my head slowly, feeling tears prick at the corners of my eyes. Everything felt unfamiliar, terrifying. The walls were too bright, too sterile. Hey, it's alright, you're in a hospital. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you here. Especially not with me around. The most important thing right now is that you're awake and talking. I take a deep breath, feeling my tightness in my chest start to loosen. His words were meant to comfort, and they did in a way. Are we actually in the hospital, though? I feel like this might... Okay, just... I know this is the beginning of the game, but just I'm making a theory here. We're actually not in a hospital, and we're actually like in like his home, and this room looks like it's a hospital room, but it's just like a room that he built for us to stay in. And he's not actually... He's either... Yeah, he is a licensed doctor, and he is keeping us here because he just like is... Because of course, because he's a yandere, he's just making us locked up here, or he's actually not a licensed doctor, and the same scenario, he's just locked us up here because he's madly in love with us. But they also left me with questions. So many questions that my head felt even heavier than before. Do you remember your name? Alright, my name. What is my name? Oh, okay, so... Yeah, Bert. Bert. My name is Bert. Fantastic, that's a very good start. I should introduce myself. I'm Dr. Anselm. I was in charge of your surgery and have been overseeing your care since you were brought in. Surgery? I had surgery? What the heck happened to me? Was it like a brain surgery? Yes, you were brought in with a traumatic brain injury. Okay, so it was brain. You were admitted with a skull fracture leading to internal bleeding and swelling of the brain. Ugh. Emergency surgery was crucial to relieve the pressure on your brain. I stared at him, unable to fully process the magnitude of what he was saying. Brain surgery. Did they like cut my skull to release the pressure? Like I heard that was like a thing. Brain surgery. My stomach twisted at the thought. It was a very delicate procedure, but you came through it well. Since then, I've been monitoring you closely, waiting for you to wake up. You have been unconscious for a little over 2 days. The idea that I've been under his care all this time, that he's been watching me over while I was unconscious, is both strange and oddly comforting. I know this is a lot to take in, but I promise you're in good hands. I could see it in the way he spoke, the careful way he monitored my reactions, as if he was measuring every word to avoid overwhelming me. With the initial shock of my situation beginning to settle, a pressuring question rises to the forefront of my mind. Do you know what happened to me? Did someone do this to me? For the first time, I saw a flicker of uncertainty in his expression. I'm afraid I don't have the answers to that. You did this! You hate us! And then you gave us surgery for your mistake of almost killing us, and then now we're in your house. Possibly your house. You were found unconscious and brought in by paramedics. From what I can tell, the significant impact suggests a forceful blow. Or possibly a fall. Unfortunately, I don't have any more details beyond that than that. There were no witnesses. The people who found you didn't see what happened. They found you laying unconscious on the floor and called for help. A chill ran down my spine as his words sank in. No witnesses. The blank spaces in my memory suddenly feel much larger and darker. This must be a sick joke. So, no one knows how I ended up like this. I wish I had more information for you. Sometimes with injuries like this, the memory can be slow to return, or it may never come back at all. But what's important is that we focus on your recovery. I swallow hard, the knot in my throat tightening. The idea that no one knows what happened. That even I don't know what happened. Will I even get justice? Something deep inside of me boils. Frustration, anger, fear. But then I look at Dr. Anselm, the genuine concern and kindness in his eyes, and I simply felt safe. He's been here since the beginning, watching over me, guiding my care. Even though he doesn't have all the answers, he's still here, ready to help me. Thank you. For everything. I don't know how to even begin to thank you. A slight blush rises to his cheeks, catching me off guard. Okay, that immediately shows affection. That's a red flag to me. Well, not in real life, but like just of him being a yandere. He waved a hand dismissively, clearly flustered. Oh, don't be silly. You don't owe me anything, Bert. I'm just glad I could help. Really? I don't know how to express how grateful I am. You're too kind. He glanced away for a moment, gathering himself before turning back to me. I'm just doing my job. Watching you recover, that's more than enough for me. What happened? Whatever happened, I'm going to do everything I can to help you through it. I take a deep breath, feeling a little steadier than before. I could feel the sincerity behind his words, his modesty almost endearing. The way he said my name. It wasn't clinical or detached, it made me feel like I was more than just another patient to him. Dr. Anselm takes a step back, giving a reassuring nod. I think it's best if you try to get some rest now. Your body still needs time to heal. I managed to grab his attention before he turned away. Wait, can I contact my family? Just to let them know I'm okay. They haven't heard from me in days. I'm sure it must have worried them. A pang of unease hit me. Why hadn't anyone visited me? I wonder why! I wonder why! Maybe because we're locked up? Oh, well, I'm afraid it's past the hospital's curfew. I can't make any calls at this hour. But don't worry, I'll make sure you keep in touch with them first thing in the morning. The thought of waiting until morning feels like an eternity. Are you sure? I know it's the hospital's rules, but the disappointment was heavy in my voice. By the way, are there any windows in our room or not? Just to make sure it's actually nighttime. He sighed and gently placed a hand on my hand. I know it's hard. Dude, I just had brain surgery. Don't put your hand on my head. But right now, the best thing you can do is focus on getting a good night's rest. His hand rested there a moment longer before he pulled away. Your body has been through a lot, and rest is crucial for your recovery. I promise as soon as it's morning, we'll take those calls. Your family will be the first to know. Okay, I murmured, unsure but too tired to argue. Just try to relax now. The severity of my situation still lingers, but there's also a sense of exhaustion settling over me, pulling at my eyelids and making my body feel heavy. Maybe he's right. Maybe rest is exactly what I need right now. Alright, I'll go to bed now. Thank you, Dr. Anselm. His eyes twinkled softly. You're welcome. If you need anything, don't hesitate to press the call button. Rest well. We'll talk more in the morning. With that, he turns and quietly leaves the room, closing the door softly behind him. I am left alone with my thoughts and the steady beeping of the heart monitor beside me. The room feels quiet and still, but there's a sense of safety in knowing that help is just a button press away. I close my eyes, trying to focus on my breathing, letting the sounds of the hospital fade into the background. The weight of the day presses down on me, and slowly... Oh, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. As I drift off, I hold on to the hope that tomorrow will bring more answers, and finally, the sound of a familiar voice. My sleep was suddenly interrupted, a soft creak that echoed through the room. My eyes flutter open, but I was too groggy to fully register the sound. Was that my imagination? I groaned internally. Ugh, I can't be bothered. I shifted in bed, wanting to go back to sleep, letting my eyes close again, eager to sink back into sleep. But then, I heard it again, a slow, deliberate creak, like someone was gently pushing the door. Still asleep, half asleep, I tried to ignore it. I told myself it was nothing. Maybe the nurses were checking in? I reasoned, forcing myself to relax. We haven't seen any nurses, have we? Though. I squeezed my eyes shut and tried to force myself back to sleep. But that sense of unease started to creep in. I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone. Something didn't feel right. With a groggy sigh, I forced my eyes open again and glanced at the door. That's when I saw them. Oh, this looks eerie. A pair of eyes. Where? I can't see the pair of eyes. I literally, I can't see it. Where? Where? Where are they? Okay, I actually can't see it. Where is it? Is it gonna show now? No, I still can't see it, okay. They were peering at me through the gap in the door. The eyes were almost blending into the shadowy gap, but there was no mistake there. Where are they? My screen is not showing me where they are. They were watching me. I don't know where they are. Hello? Okay, save. Okay, first choice. Usually when I watch like something like horror related, the worst thing to do is call them out, because it definitely is like they're definitely trying to hide, or they're gonna like actually attack you. So let's just threaten them. I'm gonna let this creep scare me. I'm not letting this creep scare me. I can't see the eyes. Hey, I see you. I know karate, so you better back off. The eyes stayed fixed onto me, as if testing my courage. I see nothing! Where are the eyes? Okay, maybe wait. Actually, wait, do I see? I think I see it. This one? Okay, maybe I see an eye. Or, okay. I see one eye, I don't see two eyes. I squint, trying to focus on the narrow gap of the door. I can't make sense of what was happening. Was someone actually watching me? Am I imagining things? Oh, yeah, breathing. Nope. Then in a moment of clarity, I remembered the call button beside my bed. It was right there within reach, my lifeline to help. I fumbled for it, and with trembling hands, my fingers finally finding the button. The instant I pressed it, the eyes vanished. Okay, the screen looks brighter than before. One moment they were there, and the next they were gone, as if they had never existed. I quickly sat up in bed, staring at the door. The gap was now empty. I listened carefully, and then I heard it. The soft sound of footsteps, light and hurried, moving away down the hall. My pulse quickened, my mind reeling from what had just happened. Within seconds, Dr. Anselm enters the room. Oh, he looks afraid. I came as fast as I could. His eyes immediately swept the room, searching for some unseen threat. I've heard this audio so many times. Like, this music. Like, I hear this a lot in, like, RPG Maker games. They use this, like, sound a lot. I could see concern in his expression as he turned to me. Is everything alright? You pressed the call button. Did something happen? Yeah. I saw eyes staring at me. And they vanished the moment I pressed the button. I watch his eyes scan the room. It's so strange though, like, you should probably be the first one to know if there was something wrong when we pressed the button, like, immediately, so maybe it was you. Unless it wasn't you, and it was actually another person that he's also, maybe, okay, another theory, maybe he isn't the yandere, but there's another person who's the yandere, and somehow they're related, or they're like friends, and he's actually like trying to care for us and take care of us because he cares about us, but he also cares for the other person who is the yandere, and may also have like hit us with, like, I don't know, gave us that brain injury, so maybe he's also hiding that from that person. So maybe he might not be like the yandere and the person who gave us the brain injury. So yeah, I think I said that like a lot of the like I don't think I put that in like in good words, but yeah, I tried. I watched his eyes scan the room. He walked over to the door, glanced into the hallway before turning back to me. There doesn't seem to be anyone. You know, sometimes when we're exhausted we see things that aren't really there. It's not unusual, especially when under a lot of stress. I shook my head. No, I'm sure of what I saw. They were right there. I even heard footsteps leaving after I pressed the button. Don't worry, I'll have someone check the security cameras to see if anyone was in the hall. By the way, I did look at the screenshots of this game on their page for the game. He's the only sprite we ever see, like, from those shots. So I wonder if he's gonna be the only person, like, we see in this game. Like, there could be other, like, people they mentioned, but they don't actually have sprite models, but I'm wondering if he's the only person we're actually gonna, like, just see in this game in general. For now, try to get some rest. Which, it sounds like a red flag, too, because that means, like, that's kind of suspicious why he's the only person we see and no nurses or anybody else. I promise nothing bad is going to happen to you. He gave me a reassuring smile before leaving, but I could see the uncertainty in his eyes. As the door closed, I lay back down. I glanced at the door, half expecting to see those eyes again. I knew I wouldn't be able to sleep now, not after what I saw. Before I knew it, morning had arrived. I must have fell asleep somehow, despite the restless unease from the night before. I still feel exhausted. A soft glow of sunlight filtered into the room. As I blinked against the brightness, I realized that Dr. Anselm was sitting beside me. Good morning, Bert. How are you feeling? I'm okay. Even as I said it, a deep weariness tugged at me, but I didn't want to worry him. He always seemed so concerned, so invested in my recovery. The last thing I wanted was to add to his burden. About last night, security couldn't find anything from last night's recording. Oh, wow, okay, the music cut off. His words hung in the air. What? Those eyes, had it really been all in my head? Just a figment of my imagination? But I do hope you managed to get some sleep. I hesitated, unsure of how to respond. Let's let it go! Yay! Don't stress ourselves. It probably was, nothing, yeah. Yeah, I did. But the truth sat heavy in the back of my mind. Oh wait, I couldn't quite shake. Even though the memory of last night still gnawed at the edges of my mind, there was no use in overthinking it now. Trying to focus on something else, I reminded him. About the call you promised last night to my family? Of course, I remember. I promised, and I always keep my promises. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a hospital phone, handing it over to you. Here you go. Let's get that call made. I eagerly take the phone. I dial the family numbers and press the phone to my ear. Phone rings once, then twice, and keeps ringing. I wait holding my breath, but no one answers, just a persistent sound of the ringtone, and then, finally...
No one is available to take your
Oh, okay, please. The voicemail. Seriously? I feel a stinging feeling in my gut that the call goes to the answering machine. I lower the phone. I can't hide the disappointment on my face. I don't even try to mask it. No one answered. Dr. Anselm places a comforting hand on my shoulder, grounding me in the present. His touch was warm, comforting. I looked up and his expression mirrored the sadness I felt. I'm sorry. I know how much you wanted to speak with them. Maybe they're busy is all. Don't worry. Bruh. No, that's a lie! That's a lie! You probably killed them! Or they don't care about me. I sighed, trying to push down the disappointment. Yeah, you're right. I tried to sound convincing, but the eponiness lingered. Dr. Anselm gently took the phone from me, his fingers brushing against mine. I know it's not the news you were hoping for, but I have something that might cheer you up. Before I could respond, he stood up and shifted energy, catching me off guard. With that, he steps out of the room for a moment. Something for me? Whatever he had planned, I hoped it would help take my mind off everything. Even if just for a little while, he returns carrying a tray with delicious aroma wafting through the air. Oh, I did not expect that. This music. Ta-da! When it sets down in front of you. Oh, okay. I looked down at the plate, eggs and bacon arranged into a smiley face. Wow, you even brought the skillet, yay! I don't think hospitals really bring you the skillet. They usually give you like a plastic container and plastic plates, not the full skillet, but thanks! My eyes widened in surprise, a small smile tugging at my lips. I can't help but smile back at it. Oh, this is adorable. It's like my breakfast is cheering me on. Dr. Anselm chuckles, looking quite pleased with himself. Eggs and bacon are good for the soul. But the smiley face? That's for the spirit. Dr. Anselm watches me closely as I picked up my fork, his eyes gleaming with quiet anticipation. As I lift the fork to my mouth, I notice a smooth golden sauce pooling at the bottom of the pan, hidden beneath the food. Feeling intrigued, I scoop a bit of it up with my next bite. The moment it hits my tongue, the flavor deepens. Wow, color change. Rich, creamy hollandaise, I don't know what that means. Sauce with a hint of tang that perfectly balances the savory bacon and eggs. The sauce elevates the meal in a way I hadn't expected. This is amazing. I'm almost at disbelief at how delicious the simple meal is. I take it to the smiley face is working its magic. Definitely, but the taste, that's what's really winning me over. The hollandaise sauce adds smooth, almost buttery surface. What is hollandaise sauce? What is that? I'm looking that up right now. Asparagus! Wait, what? Creamy classic sauce. What does it look like, though? Is it like cheese? Okay. But what is it? What is it? I mean, I'm getting recipes, but like. Oh, egg yolks, malted butter, and lemon juice. Okay. It's like it's supposed to be like a tangy sauce, I think? Lemon sauce? Man, I've never tried it before. There's a big grin on Dr. Anselm's face. He's clearly pleased with my reaction. I thought the sauce might be a nice surprise. Adds a little something extra to bring it all together. You weren't kidding. I'll take another bite, savoring the way the creamy sauce cuts through the richness of the bacon. You could serve this as a restaurant. I've never had breakfast like this in the hospital before. Well, just happened to make sure your first meal felt special. I paused, looking down at the plate again, then back at him. Wait, did you make this? Mm-hmm. He nods, looking a little embarrassed. A soft blush creeps on his cheeks as he looks down at the floor for a moment before meeting your eyes. Yes, I did. I know hospital food isn't exactly known for being, well, gourmet. I didn't want your first meal to just be survival food. I wouldn't mind if I had tuna though, or like sardines. I know I wouldn't mind about that. They're pretty good. I smile at his clear embarrassment, noticing the way he fidgets slightly, like he's not used to this kind of attention. Well, you really did outdid yourself. Oh well, he looked surprised! Thank you, Dr. Anselm. I really appreciate how much you do to make me feel comfortable despite everything. It's like you always know how to make things better. I watched him flush at the compliment. This time he seemed almost bashfully proud, a mix of shyness and happiness sparkling in his eyes. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. I'll always make sure you're comfortable as possible while you're here. Hearing that it's helping, that it makes a difference. It means a lot to me. So really, thank you for saying that. His genuine happiness really shone through. It was clear that my compliment had brightened his day in a way that went beyond mere politeness. As if I'm about to finish the last bite of breakfast, my eyes drift to the cup of coffee sitting quietly on the tray. I hadn't noticed it in a while. The whole time I was enjoying my breakfast, black, steaming, and inviting. I reached for the cup, taking a tentative sip. Coffee? What? Wait, what? I instantly paused. It's rich, smooth, with the right hint of bitterness. It's not just good, it tastes exactly like the coffee I make. Oh, core memories coming back? Not close, not similar exactly. Wait, this tastes exactly like the coffee I make every morning. How is that even possible? He watches us make coffee every day, so he's some like he watches us make coffee every day, so that's why he knows how it is. Yeah. Ah! No, don't make that face. He says, "I know." His voice barely above a whisper, so quiet that I almost wonder if I imagined it. He's standing there. He's like calm demeanor in place. He now he's showing us like a different side now. Okay, so he is a yandere. I mean, it was probably obvious from the start, but yeah. So this is new stuff. But there's something different in the way he watches me. What was that? The words slipping out before I can stop them. He just smiles, a warm, casual smile, like nothing is out of the ordinary. Oh, really? I narrow my eyes, still processing the shock. No one ever gets it right the first time, not the exact strength of balance of flavors. I take another slow sip, almost searching for a flaw, but there isn't one. This is spot on! Maybe I'm just good at reading people. What? Like, I think we're in the impression that we've never met before, right? Or like, I mean, I know we have amnesia, but I'm pretty sure we're in the impression that, okay, so this doctor doesn't really know anything about us, and we're still strangers. Because like, okay, his tone light, like he's just making conversation, but his words send a shiver down my spine, though I can't quite pinpoint why. Either that or you've got some kind of sixth sense. It's kind of uncanny. Okay, so like, okay, he either knew us from like before this, and like we were close friends, but he also went crazy and attacked us, and he's a yandere, or we never knew each other beforehand, and he went crazy for us, and was a yandere and is still a yandere then. But yeah, I shake my head trying to clear my thoughts. Am I overthinking this? I mean, it is just coffee, but the exact same ingredients and taste that we usually make. There's no need to make a big deal out of it. He's made my breakfast, not to mention been nothing but kind to me. Why am I doubting him? It's just this harmless coincidence, it has to be. He chuckles, the sound light and breezy. Let's call it a lucky guess. No, it's not a lucky guess if you have it write down exactly how we make our coffee. That is not a lucky guess. You just strike me as someone who just enjoys strong coffee. But I'm glad I could make something right for you. His words are genuine. No, they're not! I suddenly feel guilty for letting my mind wander like that. He's been so considerate. Maybe I'm reading too much into things. I take another sip of coffee, feeling the warmth spread through me. There's no way he meant anything strange by it, I think to myself, relaxing a bit. He's just trying to make me stay a little more bearable, going above and beyond because he cares. He cares too much about us. I shouldn't doubt him. He's done nothing but try to help. As I set the cup down, I glanced back at Dr. Anselm, who's watching with that same gentle smile. The warmth of the coffee lingers on my tongue, and the unsettling thoughts fade into the background. Thanks, Dr. Anselm. It does make a difference. You're very welcome, Bert. As he glances at his watch, his expression shifts ever so slightly. You should probably get some rest now. He says as though he's reminding me of something important. You've had a long morning, and it's important you don't overexert yourself. I'm fine. Dr. Anselm smiles, but there's a firmness in his gaze that makes it clear he's not going to entertain any arguments. I know you're strong, but you still need to heal. Pushing yourself won't help. He stops closer, his hand lightly brushing the edge of the blanket as he adjusts it over my legs. There's a tenderness in the gesture, something careful and deliberate. You need to take it easy. An unexpected wave of fatigue hits me, leaving me more tired and he put something in the coffee, didn't he? That's what he did. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, am I experiencing the effects of a food coma? No, you're experiencing, something else. I sigh, feeling the pull of drowsiness become harder to resist. As if sensing my thoughts, he offers me a reassuring smile. I'll be back to check on you later. With that, he quietly leaves the room, closing the door gently behind him. I'm probably having a food coma. Dr. Ansem did say I need lots of rest. I close my eyes and nuzzle my face against the pillows. Time slips up. I finally awake from my peaceful nap. I rub my eyes, trying to shake off the drowsiness. Something catches my attention. Is it not eyes again? The door in my right is slightly ajar. Oh, so the lights are on this time. Why is the door left open like that? Was it? No, I'm sure I saw Dr. Ansel close the door before he left. Was somebody watching me sleep? Uh-oh. The sight of this partially open door leaves me feeling on edge. I feel vulnerable, exposed. I sit up, heart thudding in my chest, trying to rationalize the situation. Maybe it's nothing, maybe. Suddenly the door creaks open wider. A figure steps into the room. Oh, hi. It's Dr. Ansel. Knock knock. Smiling warmly, holding a cupboard in one hand and a small tray with medication in the other. I'm here for your checkup and medication. He notices the fear etched on my face. You look terrified. What's wrong? With my heart still racing, I explained quickly. I was taking a nap, and when I woke up, the door to my room slightly opened. It reminded me about when I saw last night. His face changes slightly to one of guilt. His gaze drops to the floor. Okay, sudden music change again. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bert. I came in earlier to clear away the tray and utensils from the breakfast. I saw you were sleeping, so I tried to leave quietly to not disturb your sleep. I must have shut the door slightly. I'm really sorry, that must have been so frightening for you. I glance over and realize he's right. The breakfast tray is gone. I hadn't even noticed it in my initial panic. A sense of embarrassment creeps in as I realize I may have overreacted. No, girl, you are not overreacting. Something did happen. No, I'm sorry, Dr. Anselm. I think last night it left me feeling a little paranoid is all. He shakes his head. No need to apologize. It's completely understandable to feel uneasy. I should have been more careful. Your comfort and peace of mind are very important. I'm sorry for disturbing that. Thank you, Dr. Anselm. I guess I just need some time to adjust. Of course. He moves in closer to check my vitals. Let's get your checkup done, shall we? I promise I'll make sure to close the door properly next time. He places the tray of medication on the small table next to me. My eyes fall on the pills. So many pills. What are these for? He lifts the small plastic cup and shakes it lightly, making the pills inside rattle softly. Oh, they're painkillers and antibiotics. Given your injury, it's expected that you'll still experience headaches and occasional bouts of pain. Painkillers will help you recover comfortably while you're here. He pauses for a moment before adding, leaning back slightly as if considering the best way to explain. Now these. He holds up a large white and red pill between his fingers, are a bit stronger. A narcotic analgesic. It's a potent painkiller used for intense pain. Ibuprofen. So don't be alarmed if you find yourself feeling more sleepy than usual. What if he's just lying and then it's actually just ibuprofen? He points at the antibiotic, ensuring you're following along, then continues. Like he's saying it's like a special type of narcotic anesthetic, like drug, but it's just an ibuprofen. Since I had to perform surgery on you, there's always risk of infection, and I wouldn't want that happening to you. These will help minimize the risk, ensuring your recovery stays on track. I see. Feel more at ease with the explanation. Thank you for taking the time to explain it to me. Of course, it's important for you to understand your treatment. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to ask. Your recovery is my top priority. Speaking of recovery, a question sits heavily on my chest. How long do you think I'll take it to make a full recovery? He lets out a gentle sigh before responding, Never! You'll never leave the hospital! You'll never recover! Well, honestly, it's hard for me to say for sure. We can't push it or predict exactly how long it'll take. Some people heal faster than others, but when it comes to the brain, patience is key. It could take weeks or even months. Seeing the concern on my face, he quickly adds with a soft smile. I know it's not easy to hear. With injuries, especially ones like yours, we have to be patient. I need to ensure you to get back to your daily life safely. When you're ready to leave. I notice a hint of sadness in his eyes when he mentions the possibility of me leaving. It's a fleeting expression, but I caught it. And then just as quickly he brushes it off, his professional demeanor returning, offering the same reassuring smile, though it seems a bit forced this time. As always, your recovery is what's most important right now. No matter how long it takes. I can't shake the feeling that there's more behind these words, still I decide not to press further. Dr. Anselm quickly changes the subject. Let's get you settled on some dinner, shall we? He steps over to a small cart, lifting a bowl with a lid. Yum! Oatmeal. He sets it down in front of me and lifts the cover to reveal a bowl of plain porridge. Oh no, it's just porridge. Compared to the delicious breakfast he made earlier. The porridge looks a bit bland. I can't help but feel a twinge of disappointment. He chuckles at your reaction. I'm sorry, it's not quite the same as breakfast, is it? I can't always be spoiling you. Porridge is good for you. It's gentle in the stomach and it's easy to digest. I understand the need for a simple meal, even though it's not as appetizing. He gives me an encouraging smile as I picked up the spoon. Who knows, maybe he'll surprise you with another special breakfast soon. I can't help but smile back. I'll hold you on to that. The taste may be bland, but the warmth and care behind make it a comforting meal. After finishing the porridge, I start to feel the heaviness of drowsiness creeping in. Must be the medications kicking in. I struggle to keep my eyelids open. Dr. Anselm, always observant, notices my struggle to stay awake. Let me take this away so you can get a good night's rest. He moves quickly, quietly, carefully gathering up the dish and tray. Okay, but you'll be back in the morning, right? Why you're blushing? Oh, why, of course. I'll be here in the morning to check on you. Sweet dreams, bird. Oh, alright. Good night, yawn. As the room dims, I hear him softly shutting the door behind him, a simple assurance that the room is secure and safe. With the door closed, I finally allowed myself to fall asleep. The world around me fades. With my eyes open again, I am not in my room. Oh, whoa, okay. Well, this is a different place now. I'm standing in the narrow alleyway. The air is thick, hazy, making it hard to see much of anything. I start walking, my footsteps barely making a sound in the eerie quiet. Something about this place feels familiar, almost like I've been here before, but I can't quite put my finger on it. The more I move, the more the sensation gnaws at me, tugging at me, something deep in my mind. Then it clicks. I'm dreaming. The realization brings a strange comfort, but also deeper confusion. Why does this place seem so familiar? I keep walking, looking for an exit, but the alley stretches endlessly before me. No doors, no windows, no one else in sight. Suddenly I hear extra footsteps echoing behind me. I'm not alone. My heart skips a beat, just as I'm about to turn around. Ooh, jump scare? Oh! Ah! Oh, my eyes! Why is he in front of us? My eyes snap open and I wake up. Oh, get out of my face! I'm immediately greeted by the sight of Dr. Anselm's face inches away from me. Ah! We both yelp at the same time, startled. He jumps back so fast he nearly knocks over the tray beside my bed. His eyes are wide with shock and he looks as flustered as I feel, my heart still pounding in my chest, not just from the dream, but from having him this close to my face. I open my mouth, but no words come out, feeling shy under his gaze. My words feel heavy and misplaced, as if they'd only make this moment more awkward. Sorry. He stammers quickly, standing upright. I didn't mean to scare you. I watch his hands fidget nervously. I was just checking your vitals and you looked so peaceful and It's okay. I mumbled, cheeks warm. Suddenly, I'm unable to look directly at him. The room feels suddenly too small. There's a silence of before he quickly recovers. So, how was your sleep? It was weird, actually. I had this dream about an alleyway. Something flickers across his face, a slight shift in his expression like he's suddenly paying extra attention. In the alleyway. What happened? I shrugged, still feeling a bit off from the dream. I was just walking and then I heard footsteps behind me, like someone was following me. But I woke up before I could turn around. He listens carefully, eyes focus on me like he's considering something. There's a moment where I think he might ask more, but he doesn't. He gives a small chuckle. Does sound like a strange dream, but dreams are usually made up of random thoughts and feelings all mixed together. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I released a deep breath. I didn't realize I was holding. Yeah, you're right. Thanks for that, Dr. Anselm, of course. He's gestured to a small tray on the bedside table. Anyway, I brought your breakfast. I hope you're hungry. Salmon? For breakfast? I know they have that in Japan, I think. I look over, noticing a bowl of salmon and rice. Now some of it had spilled onto the tray. His eyes widen in horror as he notices the mess. Oh no, I didn't realize. I'm so sorry, I can bring you a fresh one. It won't take long. Before he can leave, I reach out, my hand gently stopping him. No, it's fine, really. I want to eat it. It looks delicious. I pick up the spoon and take a bite. The buttery taste of the salmon immediately fills my mouth, and I smile at him. See, it's perfect. I say my words, muffled slightly by the food. His face softens, the guilt fading from his face. He watches me for a moment. There's something tender in the gaze that makes my chest warm. I'm glad you're enjoying it, even if it's not exactly how I planned. After savoring the final spoonful of breakfast, I wipe my mouth and glance at Dr. Anselm, who is busy tidying up a tray. Hey, Dr. Anselm? Can I go on a short walk? I want to go on a short walk because we've never seen the outside of our room. I just need a change of scenery, stretch my legs a bit. He immediately stops when he's doing what he's doing and turns to me. I'm afraid you can't do that yet. You're still not fit enough to exert yourself. I furrow my brow slightly. Not even walking? I asked, trying to push a little, thinking it wouldn't be much effort. His stance doesn't soften. If anything, he seems more resolute. Even walking. Why? The finality of his tone makes it clear that he's not budging on this. Is like what happens to our brain affect how we're gonna walk? Just outside my room? Absolutely not. Eli's face! There's a hardness in his expression that catches me off guard. For a brief moment, I felt a small flicker of fear, but just as quickly as it came, the intensity melts away, and his usual gentle demeanor returns. It's for your own good. Even the short walk could set you back. I need to make sure you're fully recovered before you go exerting yourself. His explanation is calm, but the memory of that sudden shift lingers. Still, I nod, reminding myself that the doctor knows best for me. Very good. The firmness of his voice now replaced with a tone of approval. I sink back into the bed, exhaling softly. But I'm suddenly overwhelmed by the sense of sleepiness. Wait, did I take my medication? Then thought floats lazily in my mind, feeling distant and hard to grasp. I tried to focus on Dr. Anselm, but his figure starts to blur. My vision slowly fading at the edges and the room seems to spin. Before I can form a coherent question, I feel the warmth of his hand as he gently pulls the blanket up over me, tucking me in with a gentle care, but it also feels distant. I want to speak, but my body feels heavy and my thoughts scatter. I'll be right back all again. Hello, hello. I want to speak, but my body feels heavy and my thoughts scatter. I'm pulled into sleep before I even realize it's happening again. I gasp awake, my breath catching as I sit up. I blink, trying to gather my bearings, my head foggy like I'm still caught in a dream. I sit up slowly, the weight of fatigue still pressing down on me like a heavy blanket. How long was I asleep for? Oh, good evening, Bert. I look up startled. It's Dr. Anselm. I rub my eyes, trying to shake off the grogginess. Evening. My voice scratchy, trying to shake the fog from my mind. How long was I asleep for? Only for a few hours. You needed the rest. How are you feeling? I pause, trying to assess myself. Groggy, really groggy. I admit the words slow to form. Why do I feel so tired? I asked, my voice a little sharper than I intended. I mean, after breakfast, I was exhausted. He doesn't flinch or seem surprised by my question. Instead, he pulls up a chair and sits beside me. The same steady patience and expression that he always has. Fatigue is one of the most challenging symptoms for a brain injury. The brain has to work much harder to compensate for the damage. For even the smallest tasks. Is that true? It can drain your energy faster than you realize. His explanation is so calm, so reasonable that I find myself nodding almost automatically. I mean, it does make sense. Of course it makes sense. But why do I still feel unsettled? Oh, this music. Oh no! It's not unusual to feel exhausted of nowhere to you in your circumstances. Your brain is basically working overtime as you recover. It's important to listen to it, to give yourself the rest what you needed it. I'm nodding, but something inside me is staring. Something uneasy, and my guts tell me there's more. Something he's not saying, but his eyes, warm and kind, don't falter. He pauses briefly, giving the small cup of pills in his hand a gentle shake. Here we go. It's time for your medication. Sure. Yeah. I take it from him. The pills rolling slightly in the plastics as I tilt the cup in my hand. And these will help. You've been pushing yourself. Your body needed the support. I nod, lifting the cup to my lips. The pills go down easily with a sip of water. The taste familiar, leaving a slight bitterness on my tongue, like always. I feel a little more at ease as the fog in my mind starts to clear, if only slightly. Good. Don't worry. I will take care of you. You'll start to feel better soon. There's something, as always, so reassuring about him. He's quite patient. The way he never seems frustrated even when I ask the same questions over and over again. It's like he understands without needing me to explain. Thank you. I say softly, sinking back into the bed. The sheets cool against my skin. My eyes are still heavy, but I am less tense now, more at ease. His presence always seems to have this effect on me. Dr. Anselm stays seated beside me for a moment longer. Then he stands slowly, as if not wanting to disturb the calm that settled over the room. If you need anything, just press the call button. I'll always be here for you. As the door closes softly behind him, the room feels quieter, but in a peaceful way. Like all the tension has been drained away. I pull the blanket up from around me, feeling safe, cared for, and finally ready to rest. Dr. Anselm's words linger in my mind as I close my eyes. I'll always be here for you. With the thought, I let go the last of my worries and let sleep take over, trusting that when I wake, I'll still be in good hands. Oh, that's it. Okay. I got the neutral ending. I wanted the bad ending. Oh. Okay. Reject the medication. I stare at the small cup of pills in Dr. Anselm's hand. I don't know why, but today, the sight of those pills makes my chest tighten with dread. He was watching me, waiting patiently, but something inside me snaps. No, I'm not taking them. I slap the cup away from his hands, and the pills scatter across the floor. What the hell have you been giving me, Dr. Anselm? I feel exhausted all the time. I can barely think straight. And you just keep handing me these pills like it's nothing. These are the prescribed medications, Bird. I'm giving you ibuprofen. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with this. The medication I'm giving you. They help manage your symptoms and reduce the pain without them. I don't trust you. How do I know they're not making everything worse? What if you're keeping something from me? Dr. Anselm looks stunned, but it's the sadness in his eyes that stands out. He's subtle just beneath the surface, like he's holding it back, trying to stay composed. I'm not trying to hurt you. The medication is to help you recover. Without it, the pain will come back. I just can't bear to watch you suffer. But I'm not listening. The mistrust that's been festering inside me has reached its boiling point. I'm not taking them. I don't trust you. Dr. Anselm nods, his face falling just slightly as if my words weighs heavily on him. He looks at me for a long moment, something unspoken in his eyes, an almost pleading sadness. For a moment I expect him to argue, to push back, but he doesn't. He sighs, stepping back. I won't force you. He stands, holding the now empty cup, his eyes locking with mine. There's no anger in his gaze, just quiet sadness, as though he's trying to remain strong, but he can't fully hide how deeply my rejection has cut him. He turns toward the door, moving slowly, almost reluctantly. As he's reaching the doorway, he passes his hand, resting on the handle. If you change your mind, I'll be right here. His voice soft, but I can hear the pain in it. I'll never stop trying to help you. Then, with one final glance, he leaves the room. The door clicks shut behind him, leaving me alone with my racing thoughts and the lingering tension. The room feels colder, emptier. I sit in the silence, the air thick with the tension of what just happened. Okay, so I'm assuming we do have a window. I see sheets to the left, so that there must be a window that we're looking from. But we're never shown what's the outside too, so I'm assuming like we've never opened it, or like there actually isn't anywhere to look outside, or there isn't a window. Like I'm just really curious if we can actually look at from the outside, but he's not letting us look out. I sit in the silence, the air thick with the tension of what just happened. My anger still simmers beneath the surface, but the moment Dr. Anselm leaves, doubt creeps in. I know I shouldn't have lashed out like that, but something inside me just couldn't let go of the distrust. With nothing left to do, I let out a long, shaky breath, trying to shake off the exhaustion that still weighs me down. Maybe I just need rest. Maybe everything will feel clearer if I can just sleep this off. Oh, yo, what's happening? Almost immediately, a sharp stabbing pain erupts inside my skull, so intense that it rips a gasp from my throat. The pain is unbearable, instant, and overwhelming, as if something inside my head is crawling, tearing, ripping to break free. I clutch my head in my hands, squeezing hard as if I can somehow crush the pain away, but it's useless. My vision blurs and darkens at the rooms twisting and warping around me. I can barely see. I need help. I need to call someone. I reach blindly for the call button, but my fingers are trembling so badly they feel useless. Slipping across the bedside table in desperation, the call button trembles from my hand, bouncing uselessly onto the floor. I know I have to move. I have to get help before this pain rips me apart. I force myself to stand stumbling forward like a puppet whose strings have been cut. My legs give out beneath me, the world spinning as I fall. Crunch. The sound is horrible. A wet snapping noise that reverberates through my body. It's as if something inside me snapped, but I don't know what. My neck? My spine? I hit the floor, crumpling in a heap. Bert. Bert! I barely registered the sound of someone calling out of my name. There's blood on the floor? It's our blood? I can't move. I can't breathe. Please, stay with me, Bert. Bert! This is all my fault. Please, Bert, don't. But I can still hear them barely calling out for me again. Their voice breaking, filled with immense desperation. My head hangs to the side, heavy and limp in their arms. The warmth tightens around me, holding me close, but I'm slipping, and then complete silence. Okay. So that also goes somewhere. So there isn't like an ending that's just bad and ending one. So I guess they're both like continuation of what happens later in the story once the full game comes out. Okay. Let's try calling our family. Of course, let me give you the phone. Okay, so he's fine with us trying to call the family. He leaves the room briefly and returns with the phone in hand. I dial the number carefully, which press deliberate. I even double check the numbers to make sure they're right. So, okay, I'm assuming, like, we're remembering slowly, or we just, like, these are things we just remembered when we woke up. So, like, we remember our family's number, and we remember how we made coffee and our name. So those are 3 things we remember. Everything else we just don't remember. We have amnesia for. I bring the phone to my ear, waiting for the familiar ring, but again, there is no answer. I frown. This is the 2nd time they haven't picked up. Something doesn't feel right. I take a close look at the phone and realize there's no signal. Bruh, what? There was never a signal this whole time? Okay, no wonder this is so suspicious. He knew there was no signal. This man knew there was no signal. No, so of course no one's gonna call. No one's gonna answer us. Like, bro knew. He knew. He knew this. Confused, I ask him, why isn't there any service? Dr. Anselm pauses for a beat before offering a quick response. Oh, whoa, that's skipped. I did not press anything. What did that say? Can I look at the log? Oh, it's probably just a connection issue here. The signal's always a bit tricky. Oh, this signal's always a bit tricky in the building. I can't help but feel the explanation felt strangely rushed. Oh, that was actually, like, that was literally rushed. I could not read that. The room feels too quiet now, like the silence is pressing down on me. I sink back onto the bed, exhaling softly. But I'm suddenly overwhelmed by the sense of sleepiness. Wait, did I take my medication? The thoughts float lazily in my mind, feeling distant and hard to grasp. I try to focus on Dr. Anselm, but his figure starts to blur. Why is my vision fading? My vision slowly fading at the edges and the rim seems to spin. Before I can form a coherent question, I feel the warmth of his hand as he gently pulls the blanket up over me, tucking me with a gentle care, but it all feels distant. I want to speak, but my body feels heavy and my thoughts scatter. I'm pulled into sleep before I realize it's happening. Oh, wow! I gasp awake, my breath catching as I sit up. This didn't happen before. I blink, trying to gather my bearings, my head foggy like I'm still caught in a dream. I sit up slowly, the weight of fatigue still pressing down on me like a heavy blanket. How long was I asleep for? Oh good, evening, Bert. I look up startled. It's Dr. Anselm. I rub my eyes, trying to shake off the grogginess. Evening. My voice scratchy, trying to shake the fog from my mind. How long was I asleep for? Only for a few hours. You needed the rest. How are you feeling? I pause, trying to assess myself. Groggy, really groggy. I admit the words slow to form. Why do I feel so tired? I ask, my voice a little sharper than I intended. I mean, after breakfast I was exhausted. He doesn't flinch or seem surprised by my question. Instead, he pulls up a chair and sits beside me. The same steady patience in his expression that he always has. Fatigue is one of the most challenging symptoms for brain injury. Okay, so this is something he said before. I want to see if there's any differences after I picked that. What's if we reject? Okay, it's the same. Is it the same for the other choice? Okay. So I guess I'm assuming that both endings are the same. It's just maybe there's just a few dialogue changes when it comes to choosing different voice. Insist. I didn't do insist last time. Oh wow, new sound, okay. My breath hitched and anger flared in my chest. Are you serious? I snapped my voice louder, harsher than I meant. I could feel the frustration boiling over, too intense to hold back. There was someone there, Dr. Anselm. I wasn't imagining it. I could feel them watching me. And you're telling me there's no proof? How am I supposed to sleep knowing that creep is still in this building? Dr. Anselm looked sad, like my reaction wounded him somehow. He opened his mouth to say something, but no words came out for a moment, and the silence between us grew thick with tension. I'll talk to them again later. His voice softer now, as though my anger had deflated him. I promise I'll dig deeper into this. I don't want you feeling unsafe. He paused, a quiet sadness in his eyes that I couldn't fully understand. You're right. I'll make sure They take a closer look. Trying to focus on something else, he reminded him about the call he promised last night to my family, but I think this is different. This is all the same. Yeah, it's all the same. Right. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Let's go here. Still call out, yeah. Hello? No response. They continued to stare unblinking, as if they were studying me, waiting for something. I squint, trying to focus on the narrow gap on the door. Is this the same? What if we did nothing? I wanted to look away, to close my eyes and pretend I hadn't seen anything, but I couldn't. I was paralyzed, my gaze locked with the eyes in the door. I squint, trying to focus on their gap. Okay. Okay, so it should be all the same. I think I got everything then. Okay.
I guess we're done. Let's just go here. Okay.
I think that was a good demo. I think that was... There was a thing that I've kind of noticed with the game. I don't know if it was intentional, but that we didn't have anyone else in our room, or we didn't hear any sounds from anyone else except the doctor and the mysterious figure, which I believe is the doctor, like, looking at us from the dark. It makes more sense after we we pressed the button to call for him, and then he suddenly appeared. Like, that makes more sense that, okay, that it was probably the doctor watching us. And he was probably concerned because he caught us pressing for him. Like, he noticed that we noticed him, so that's probably why he got, like, nervous when he came into our room. But yeah, like, we don't see anyone at all. Like, there's no sprites, there's no dialogue of anybody else. It's just us and him, and I'm wondering if that's intentional, because that makes me suspicious that we're probably the only two in this building. Like, I like that the game didn't give me, like, all the answers. Again, this is a demo, so I have, like, a lot more questions than answers, which is good. That makes me want to play the game once it comes out. But I really am probably sticking to the theory that maybe we are actually, like, in his house, or, like, a different building where which he owns, and he's keeping us captive there. I really do want to know, like, what did happen to us in the alleyway. Like, he might have kidnapped MMC. Like, that's what I'm thinking. He might have, like, hit our head and then kidnapped MC, and then he's taking care of us as, like, a doctor. Or, like, there's a sudden thing where it could be, like, a plot twist. There is actually, maybe, it was another person, and that person that hit us is living in the same building as us, and the doctor's also taking care of that person as well. But yeah, but, like, that theory is, like, just, like, there's no proof that there is another person with us. Like, and, like, the demo didn't really prove that there might be another person besides the doctor and us, but yeah. I'm really curious. I'm really curious how this is gonna go, because they could do the route where, like, it's actually just the doctor this whole time doing, like, they kidnap us, they hit us in the head, and they're taking care of us because they want us to be in their house. Or it could be, like, there's a third party as well, which, I don't know, I would be interested in which way they go with this. The doctor, I really like the art style. I've noticed, like, the background seem, like, plain, and I also want to know if that's intentional too, because that, like, the hospital setting, when it comes, it's like, from like, drawing it's usually just, like, very, like, white or, like, plain. Like, there's nothing in it. It's supposed to be kind of hollow, and I think they did a perfect job with this, with, like, our room. Like, it's probably also a draft too, but it, like, the white background of our room is just hollow. There's, like, nothing, and, like, they don't tell us if there are windows. Like, I couldn't tell if there are windows in our room, so that doesn't give me, like, a good idea if we can actually look outside and see, like, oh, it is morning, it is evening. There were sheets though. There were sheets, so I assumed there was like a curtain and there was a window, but I can't still tell like if there was because we couldn't see a window at all. Like even the MC never mentioned there was a window. So that's a lot more suspicious. That also makes me wonder, like, he's probably lying about it's morning, it's evening. So yeah, that gives me a lot of, like, I don't trust our doctor. I know he's a yandere, but that makes me, like, not trust him more. And that makes me think more of, like, yeah, we're definitely in, like, just a building that he owns, and he only, like, lives in with us as he's captive. I also want to know, I wonder if he's also like an actual doctor or not, but that's probably something like I can't really say. There's no proof that he isn't, or that he is like a licensed doctor. I mean, he knows probably like knowledge of like a doctor, but I want to know if he's like licensed. Which I don't, we'll see, because like if he isn't, I feel like that's gonna be a lot more suspicious too. Like, that gives me more suspicion as well. Like, who is this man? Who is he? But yeah, I think this is a pretty good like demo, like pretty good, like good introduction, and also like I think the best thing about like the demo is just it makes me wonder what is actually going on. So it's got me hooked for sure. Like I can't wait to see like what other updates they have for this game. I don't know how old this game is, but apparently also the creator of this game, LivingSlime, also made another game. I believe it's also a demo, and I do plan on playing it in the future. It looks like it's in medieval time, and there's there's two love interests this time, and I believe it's also a yandere game. So I do plan to play it in the future, just not this week, but definitely later. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Overall, good demo though. Good demo. Pretty good demo. Well, it's also just like, I'm just, because we're all like, again, we're all alone in this hospital. There is no sign of anyone else, and we do not say anything about like, oh, we hear the sound of nurses talking outside our room or anything. No, it's just us and the doctor. Like, we are probably alone with him in this building. But yeah, yeah, I'll be also streaming another yandere game tomorrow at the same time. And yeah. And overall, rating for this game, I'll probably give it like a 7 out of 10. For the demo, though. I can't see the full game because the full game isn't out. This is a demo, but like, I guess I can rate the demo. Like, I think this is like a 7 out of 10 demo. Definitely got me hooked for the when this full game comes out. But yeah. I also do believe they do have a Twitter on the actual page of this game, of the page of their game on itch.io. But yeah, okay, I am gonna go head out. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.